Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends. For another special feeding episode, this time we're going to be feeding a fellow that I obtained by putting pieces together from a multi-stage event. And this is PZ Ronin. And PZ Ronin, of course, is one of the Forsaken. He's also a legendary, he's light, he's very spiritual, he's a superhero, he's very, very exclusive, and of course, he takes time for adventuring. Unfortunately, he didn't take time to show up with more than one open ruin slot, which is extremely unfortunate. In the quest, of course, for extra cells, I have about 74 extra ones, so I'm hoping we get one of those wonderful paths for him, like we're currently experiencing for Centurion. Anyway, let's find him a home, and no, he's not going into the vault. I didn't get a chance to stuff the vault yet. We're going to put him with these fellows for now. Okay, that didn't look like it worked out too well for him. But then again, that's okay. Alright, so where is he there? He's a little guy, and his name is... Yeah, we're not going to call him that. I mean, it's a decent name, but that's not what we're going to call him. Alright, this is, of course, PZ Ronin, like I said, and you can see the little image underneath him, designate him as one of the Forsaken. He is also a legendary, and he's also light. He has an evolving trait, and as you can see, the first one there is quite a good one, but we'll look at all of them. At rank 0, which he is right now, he is immune to control, which is very, very useful. At rank 2, he also gains the very useful anticipation, which means that if somebody on the other side of the battlefield uses a skill that gives an extra turn to either itself or another team member, he will act before that extra turn, which means he can actually kill the individual who's going to get the extra turn. Very, very useful. If, of course, he gets to rank 4, he will gain a damage protection, blotting out 50% of all damage. Alright, let's check out his stats. His strength is very good. His life is very good, especially considering he's a damage dealer. He's going to be very meaty. His speed is not bad at all, so that's kind of good. Let's check out his initial skills while he's throwing all those daggers around. First skill, PZ314, deals low physical damage to one enemy, and of course, Windows 95 rocks. Okay, deals moderate light damage to one enemy, and his special skill, Become Elite Hacker. Applies double damage to itself, applies true vision to itself, applies evasion to itself, gives one extra turn to itself. Alright, the part of this I see that's a problem is the evasion is for one turn, which means as soon as he acts, he's going to lose the evasion. So that really should be a 2-turn evasion because it's not really useful that way. It really should be a 2-turn evasion. Anyway, it's pretty darn good, especially considering he's going to get all of this and then he's going to be able to act again. PZ Ronin used to work in Zorgon's team of hackers, but he was kicked out after disagreeing with the project's actions. Now, he's made it his mission to warn the population of Monster Legends about Zorgon and to sabotage his plans. Okay, so I guess he's the good guy here. Well, he is light after all, right? Alright, well, if he's going to take on Zorgon and his team of hackers, he's going to have to eat some tomatoes first. So let's get going. Let's get him up to his final form at level 4. Of course, he looks very much like Zorgon, just a different color combination there, you know? Alright, well, let's get to the skills, because he's going to need skills. And he's got some good ones, too, so let's go. To level 7. Tech Defense blocks out 50% of incoming damage. Alright, probably not going to keep that one. So let's continue to level 10, and another skill. Hacker Vision applies precision and life regeneration to itself. Okay. Alright, let's continue to level 15. And another skill. Ninja Sword deals low light damage to all enemies, applies bleeding to all enemies. Well, we'll put that over Windows 95 rocks for now. That was a 0 cooldown, by the way, so you could do that every round. Although I don't know if you would. I mean, if you get the bleeding down, you probably just want them to bleed, right? All right, so let's continue to level 20. PZ4's hack applies corrupted to all enemies. That's going in the first spot. And yes, we're going to be keeping that one. Very, very nice indeed. It's got a bit of a cooldown to it, but you know, he's not denial. He's a damage dealer. But it's a really nice throw-in. You never know. All right, so let's continue to level 25. V. Quaint's Fist. I have no idea. I'm probably not keeping it, which is a good thing. Deals heavy special damage to one enemy, applies daze to one enemy. All right, why don't we just throw that there for now? Yeah, I'm not keeping that one. Thank goodness. All right, so let's continue to level 30. Daniel's Soul applies double damage to itself. Probably not going to keep that either. Just throw that there for now, because there's other skills to get. All right, so let's continue to level 35. Spy Ninja deals moderate special damage to all enemies, applies bleed to all enemies. All right, that's a better version than the one we had, and I am going to be keeping that one because it's better damage. All right, so let's continue to level 40. Stolen Keylogger deals massive special damage to one enemy and appears I got a reward for feeding. And of course that's a 0 cooldown, so that would be very useful if he got the anticipation, but it's very useful anyway. Actually, I wish I had put that there. I think I'm going to leave it. I'm going to put it there. I'm keeping the other one. I'm just going to wait for it to come up again to put it in a different spot. I kind of like the single target big hits to be in the second spot. That's just me. All right, so let's get to level 45. No. Mostly because of the name. All right, let's see. I might have to go and arrange things a little bit. Watching you fart. Okay, somebody actually named that skill, by the way. Just saying. Applies true vision to itself. Gives one extra turn to itself. Well, it's got a bad name, but it's really good. So we're just going to put that right back there. Okay, true vision, of course, means that you cannot miss. Very, very good indeed. All right, so let's continue. Hopefully Spy Ninja comes back. No, I don't want that one. I want Spy Ninja. And level 60. No, I guess I'm going to have to go looking for it. We're going to look at his other skills anyway. All right, so, oh, yep, right there. No, right there. That's the one right there. All right, so let's go down and look at his rank up skills because, of course, he's Forsaken, right? Monetization. Deals heavy light damage to all enemies, applies damage boost to itself. That's if you rank him up to 105. If you rank him up to 110, which is rank 2, deals moderate special damage to one enemy, applies Mega Corrupt to one enemy. Okay, that's a single target hit. Mega Corrupt, of course, means that it will last for 2 rounds, as it says right there. Pretty darn useful. Endurance is one you'll get if you rank him up to 105, which is Monster Rank 3. Blocks out 50% of incoming damage, deals massive special damage to one enemy. 1 round cooldown, pretty low on the stamina in comparison. You would obviously swap that one for that one. Definitely. How long does that last? That lasts for 2 rounds. Not bad at all. Not bad. And of course, if you get him up to 120, which is Monster Rank 4, you'll get Dedication. Removes all negative status effects from itself, heals self by 50%, deals very heavy light damage to one enemy. All right, so this one here is going to remove bad stuff. It's going to heal him, and then he's going to do damage. I don't know if I would be able to fit that in. I mean, the thing about it is that you're talking about basically swapping with this place right here, because let's face it, you're not losing this one, right? That's just way too useful. And then, hold on a minute, this one here is also pretty darn useful, especially the extra turn, which gets you your other skills back faster, but the True Vision edition is really, really nice there. You're probably going to want to have some kind of a group attack. You may keep this one. You may go with the big light one that gave him the damage boost. So what it comes down to is it this one or this one. Or the other one, I should say. Where was it? Right here. The one that blocks out 50% of the damage and then does the massive hit. You'd have to really decide which one you were going to go with. I think I would really want the more damage and leave the healing to somebody else. But that's just me. All right, let's look at his final stats here. All right, his power is really good. His strength is really good. 2345, very nice. Over 14,500 on the life is very good. I mean, there are tanks who want that kind of thing, right? His speed isn't too bad either, right under 2200. I mean, you could get him near denial speed and use the corrupted if you wanted, but I think that's kind of a waste of a character because you want him doing damage. I see him kind of as the inheritor. The inheritor does really good damage, different torture effects, and he just happens to have a possession. That's the way I see him. In this case, the corrupted is actually better than possession because it can get through some defenses that normal possession cannot. All right, well, let's just take a look at the skills that we have here, the ones that are available to me right now. Maybe someday there'll be a little like path and I'll be able to rank them up. We'll see. But at the moment, this is what I have. We're going to start with this one. PZ4's Hack. Applies corrupted to all enemies. That's just really very good. You corrupt it. It's a form of possession. It's the exclusive possession, as they used to call it, and it is more effective. It has a better chance of getting through defenses because there are some things that protect against normal possession, but not against corrupted. And then we have Stolen Keylogger. Deals massive special damage to one enemy, and that is a 0 cooldown. Really very good. Very good indeed. Especially if you were able to rank him up to get the anticipation, because a good solid attack like that can really make somebody pay for those extra turns. And then we have this one, Spy Ninja. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies, applies bleed to all enemies. Now he had a lower level bleeding attack, but obviously the damage is better for this one. It does have the extra cooldown to it, but like I said, you know, for bleeding, you really do want the bleeding to actually happen. It's not as good as Curse, but, you know, the thing about it is move on to other things because he does have really good skills here. And then, of course, we have this one, Watching You Fart. Applies True Vision to itself, gives one extra turn to itself. You might actually want to start the battle with this one, by the way. Doing this right before this would be very, very good, since you wouldn't miss then. Yes, there'll be no missing, and I believe it would be very difficult for them to resist at that point. So that's actually a really good combo right there, and especially since the True Vision will last for 3 turns, so he can actually get his other attacks off too while having True Vision. So yeah, that could be very, very ugly for the other side. Anyway, he's got some really good skills. He is a damage dealer. You only have to look at his strength to see that. So you probably want to lean very heavily on the damage. I would put at least 2 damages on him, right? Single target just for him. You could go 3 if you wanted to, but I think that I would probably put a support speed on him too. I mean, you could speed him up a little bit faster. It's just I don't think you really buy anything with that. And I think that him helping the team with some support speed would be very, very useful. And of course, the fact that he is immune to control right out of the box means that he can be very useful in combos. Like Fenrir with the triple damage but stuns. And of course, he can't be stunned, so he'll just get the triple damage. And Kronks, of course, who can baby one of her own players while giving them triple damage for 3 turns, and of course, he would be immune to the baby effect. So yeah, some really good combos with that. Anyway, he's very good. He's one of the Forsaken, which means he's going to be a little bit difficult to rank up, but who knows, if they start doing these paths for the Forsakens more often in the future, we might be able to get some ranking up done. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for now, so thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it, and play games because games are fun. See ya!